Cancer, welcome into your reading. Hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be your monthly reading for the month of October 2024. So I hope you get some sort of message from today's reading, whether it be clarity, perspective, validation, direction, truth. So I just feel that there's a lot going on emotionally with you this month of October. You have the first two cards, the river and waterfall. So obviously both of these are associated with the element of water, which you are also associated with water. You're a water sign. You're actually a cardinal water sign. So when you think of the different types of water bodies out there and you associate them with the three different water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the river is one that is always associated with the sign of Cancer because it's going a certain direction. It's directional. And the Cancer is a cardinal water sign. Okay, so your modality is cardinal, and that means that you are associated with having intention, with action, initiation, leadership, strategy, getting things done, knowing the right way, right? Like the next steps to go. And so there's always this forward movement with the Cancer in any water sign. Okay. So any cardinal sign. So cardinal sign is always on the next thing, right? Like what they're doing in the moment has to do with what they want to gain in return the following moment. There's always a reason for their actions, right? And that's, I'm sure, the same with everyone, but it's always a sense of think forward movement and thinking futuristic, right? Like, where do I want to be? What are my goals? What is next? What are the steps that I have to take in order to meet these goals? So you're always thinking ahead of the game here. So, and I think that the waterfall is similar because there's also direction with the waterfall as well, right? So all the water is flowing toward the waterfall. Once it hits that breaking point, then the water falls, right? So it's not still water. It's not back and forth water. It's directional. So all that to say that there's direction that is at the forefront of your thought process, or, just what is most important for you in the month of October is what direction are you going to take, right? What is the next step? How are you going to meet your goals? Things like that. The other thing that I'm getting with these two cards is more so with the river. There's a sense of forgiveness and acceptance here. There's also this sacred feeling, like when we go to the river, there's cleansing that happens there and release that happens there, right? Like with the movement of the water smooths out anything in its path, right? Because it's constantly going over these rocks or pebbles or whatever it is. And so here you find the more smooth pebbles, and it's like almost this feeling of smoothing things out. As you accept the situation or accept yourself, things will get smoother, things will get easier, is what I'm hearing here. But then there's also this sense of like ritual practice where you're just forgiving yourself. And then with the waterfall coming into play, it's also this release, right? Like this let go. You may be needing to have just some time to yourself to release some of these emotions, because a lot of this does have to do with emotions, just because these are water cards. To identify what water, how water is associated with emotion and vice versa. There's something about that as well, like seeing why water is associated with emotion and how you can use that to your benefit or transform emotion, like negative emotion, into positive emotion with the use of water in some way. but yeah, like big release here. I'm also getting reflection. So I think at some point this month, you will be reflecting on something. And then at one point, it's like this, you're able to like clear the vision. Like it feels as though there's a lot of filters on top of something that you're reflecting on. And so as you're reflecting, you're clearing the layers and you're getting into the root or the under middle part of this thing. And then you're going to have a moment where you feel like you know something completely, like 100%, you know this. You know what it is you're feeling. You know what direction you want to take. You know what it is you want. You know who it is you are. Like something about like this all-knowing feeling where it's like undeniable and you cannot miss it. Like you're going to know. Once that happens, then I think you'll be able to release all of the layers that were covering up this authentic situation or concept, if that makes sense. And I think that that's where the waterfall comes in as well. You're releasing and you're taking a jump and you're taking a leap. And it's almost as though I'm feeling like going to the next portal, going to another portal. You're doing away, you're forgiving. After reflecting, you're forgiving and you're releasing. You see the truth of something. You see your true reflection. You see who you truly are, what you truly want, where you're truly going. And then you take the jump and you leap, right? And you have faith and trust that you're going to land somewhere that you need to land here. So yeah, that's big energy. Okay. So this is a big month for you, as I've been feeling for most of the signs since I've been doing the readings for the month of October. There's a lot going on as far as change and movement. All right. So let's get into the tarot. See what is in your general personal energy for the month of October. Okay. What is it for the Cancer, October 2024, please? Cancer. Ooh, beautiful. 10 of Cups. Love, love, love. Yeah, there's a lot of like forgiveness. Can you believe? Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if you're forgiving yourself or you're forgiving your past or you're forgiving a person, something that happened to you. It could be all of it, right? Like just like accepting 100% love and acceptance. And you're seeing things from a completely different perspective than you ever have before. There's like this maturity or this growth feeling that I'm getting as well. Like your heart is filled with love. Your essence, your spirit has this light, nurturing, loving energy to it. It's like a, I don't know, like a saint energy. I don't know if some of you are working, or like if you're Catholic or you associate with any of the saints. There's like a feminine, all loving, all forgiving, all accepting type of energy around you that you are either tapping into, exuding just around your general field, which is allowing you to also feel this way and act this way as well. If it's not a saint, it could just be like mothering, nurturing, you and your mother, you being a mother, or even divine feminine, divine mother, right? Mother nature. It's a lot about the mother concept coming through, which obviously is, I'm sure you hear it 1,000 times a year, right? Like it's always the mothering with the Cancer. But the Hanged Man speaks to forgiveness and acceptance. The 10 of Cups speaks to emotional fulfillment, emotional security. So you put those two together, there is this all loving, right? Like all encompassing love energy coming through. It's not easy to be so loving and accepting for other people. Not saying for you, but for other people, like to deal with a person, to have a person in their life that completely sees them and loves them for who they are, right? All of their flaws, all of their strengths. It's like this unconditional type of love. It's not easy for other people to feel worthy of that. So I'm getting something around, like, maybe you have seen or dealt with a person or other, your surroundings, right? Like the people in your life who maybe resent you for that, don't understand it. And therefore you could not understand why, they saw you a certain way or treated you a certain way, but you see it now. There's with the Hanged Man, there's a change in perspective around this emotional love, emotional fulfillment, unconditional love here with the 10 of Cups. So it's like maybe there were things or there was something. I'm feeling more like there was something that you could not understand. There was something that you were trying to fix, or maybe someone you were trying to fix or see eye to eye with or something like that. And then all of a sudden it's just like, I see it. I see through you. I see where your behaviors come from. I see why you behave the way you do. I see why you treat me the way you do. I get it, right? Like, for instance, an example, you're still a wounded child, or, your childhood has created these defense mechanisms and mannerisms and behaviors. It's not directed towards me, right? In this case, you. It's because of these traumas or, something like that. So therefore you have empathy, you have compassion, therefore acceptance and forgiveness, therefore unconditional love, right? Like it's this one thing after another, like it trickles on from the awareness of where this behavior is coming from to unconditional love. And this may also be you reflecting on your own behaviors and how you treat people or why you are the way you are. You see at some point the truth of, right, once you peel the layers back, you see the truth of it, and then you can forgive it, accept it, and release it, right? Therefore, again, unconditional love. So it's a really, really beautiful energy. It's not easy to get here. Not everybody can do this. I know it sounds like light and happy and, just this, I don't know, fairy tale type of thing. But in real life, us being human and having our flaws and having our shadow side and having our ego and pride and, all the other influences that come with our surroundings, our society, our expectations, like all this stuff, right? It's not easy to just be able to still have this huge open heart and still be loving and accepting and forgiving, right? Like this is strength here. Okay. So if anybody sees that as a weakness, again, where is that coming from? Why do they see it that way? Right. And wish that they, just say a little prayer for these type of people, because they don't see and they can't go through the changes, the awareness, the emotions, the ego deaths, that somebody of this capacity can do, right? Like they're not capable of doing that. So that's big, because this does take a lot of it takes humility. It takes breaking your ego down and killing it off, right? Like it takes you to, are you going to choose pride, or are you going to, right? Like whatever the opposite of pride is, right? But it's like, no, you're taking the higher road. If this has to do with other people and you coming against other people, you're taking the higher road. Like you are walking away from a fight. You are choosing not to participate in low level, low vibrational energy. You're choosing love at the end of the day. You're choosing love no matter what. The other part of this that I'm getting with the Hanged Man especially is the faith and the trust in God, source, universe, mother, father, nature, whatever it is that you believe in. So the faith and the trust of something, faith and trust that you're going to land where you're going to land, right? Seeing things from a different perspective, taking a step back, taking a pause, and just saying, hey, this is out of my hands. I release, I let go, and I have faith and trust that I'm going to land where I have to land. And I have like no doubts that I will be where I need to be, you know, and that also in of itself is extremely brave to do, to release the control and put the control in the hands of your creator. That's huge. Maybe there's something that you just couldn't take anymore, you know, and it was like, I can't do this and I can't feel this way. Like that meme where it's like, one day I just woke up and I decided I'm never going to feel this way again. Right. And it's just like, I just forgive it and love it instead. All right, let's get into your love and relationship energy. See what is coming through. This could be for singles or couples. Love, relationship. We have Mars in your sign right now. 2 of Cups, beautiful. Yay. Okay. So this is connection. This is love. Again, this is coming together with somebody, having a conversation, even if it's like brand new. You're getting to know someone. What else? I'm feeling like, yay. Like, yes, like high five, you know, like between you and your partner. So I feel positivity here. I feel teamwork. I feel like when the both of you come together, you create spark, you create magic. Like you have the different elements within you that are needed to create one. What else for love and relationship for the Cancer? The very least, this card signifies that you are dealing with another person and that there's a conversation happening. At the most, there's, you know, love, connection. You also have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. This is truth. All right. This is honesty. This is clarity. This is communication, being on the same page, at least talking about it, at least listening to one another. But there's a lot of truth coming out here this month in October between you and your person. I'm getting for some of you, there's truth about your feelings, wants, desires out of relationship. Like, again, seeing to the truth of who you are, what you want. It's clear in October. So if you've just been getting to know somebody and you're like, you like them a lot, but you're not sure in October, I think you're clear about what you want with them. If you're in a relationship and maybe there's been some communication problems, or, you know, you and your person have different opinions on something, whatever, in October, it's like putting things on the table, again, having the conversation, and the both of you are clear on your side of things, or, you know, what you want or something like that. So it's a really cleansing, clean energy when it comes to your love and relationships. I don't feel anything low here. I feel the love coming through really strongly. For a group of you that are listening to this reading, you are coming together with your person and literally making magic here, okay? And you're doing it by being honest and open with one another as well, okay? So I love this energy for you, especially in this area of life. Let's go into your career and finances, the month of October. career and finances. What is it for the Cancer? Ooh, King of Wands, a lot of action, a lot of drive, being really brave and risky and taking that leap of faith here with the King of Wands, 9 of Swords. I think that in your career and finances, you have every reason to be scared. It's like logically, if you think about your situation, logically, it's probably like for most people, it would turn out bad. Or for most people, it wouldn't have the results that you are looking to get, right? Like if another person was in your career situation or your finances situation. Logically, it's not ideal. It's not practical. It's not realistic. Like there's something like that. But, where was I going with this? But because the King of Wands is here, I'm feeling like you have control of it. It's not like that for you. Like you're supposed to be nervous about it. You're supposed to be scared about it. You know, you're supposed to have the anxiety, the fear, you know, all of those things according to expectation and human motivation, right? Like how humans work. This situation that you're in with your career and finances calls for fear and doubt and anxiety. But you're not in that, okay? Anybody else would be feeling that way if they were in your situation, but you're not feeling that way. You're feeling confident, capable. You have your plan in place. You have no doubts. You know what needs to happen in order to get it done. You have authority over it. You have control over it. You're passionate about this thing. You're showing up. You're doing the work. You're making you're having the conversations. You are pulling in with the King of Wands. This is a fire sign, a fire energy. So you are attracting, right? The light with the fire attracts. So you're attracting the money, or you're attracting the promotion or the job, or, the clients, like whatever it is. And you know your stuff, right? It's a king at the end of the day. So the king has gone through all of the different phases, and the king has failed and learned and made adjustments and gotten better over time, right? Like the king's done it all. So the experience is also here. And you're saying no to the low vibrations of the human motivation, right? Of fear, hesitation, doubt, anxiety, right? You're saying no to all of that. You're turning your back toward it. And you're like, no. Like, if you go down those roads and you get into your head about it and all of that, like you're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose control. You're going to lose the vision, just stay going, right? Forward movement here with your cardinal self that we spoke about at the beginning. I know it wasn't the best at explaining it. Forward movement. You have a strategy, you're on the road, you're going, right? There's a reason why the Chariot card is associated with the sign of Cancer, because the Chariot is always going down its divine path, okay? The purpose. There's always purpose and there's always meaning with everything that you do. You don't do anything for nothing. You don't do something for nothing, ever. And this is beautiful. And at the end of the day, with this reading, your purpose is love. All encompassing, total love in all the ways. All right. What else, please? Oh, no, actually, we're going into the 9-card spread. So gain some more details and information about what to expect in the month of October. What else for the sign of Cancer for October 2024? Can you believe we're already in October? Crazy. This year's gone by super fast for me. October Cancer, how are we doing? Nine of Cups, amazing. Page of Pentacles. So the beginning of October, there is something newish here. There's a new opportunity for money, for some type of financial gain, material gain. I'm feeling for some, oh my God, I was just going to say, I'm feeling for some of you, you're doing a little bit of witchy, intentional magic. The Magician. Crazy, right? Thank goodness I am tapped into you guys. So yeah, you're doing a little bit of intentional magic, light and love, obviously, type of stuff. But you're using that power of love here to fuel the intention out, and you're transmuting it into material here with the Page of Pentacles, using your resources, using, there's a fly, using your tools, using your skill sets, your gifts. You are manifesting something. It's not often that I get the Magician card in a Cancer reading, although there are other magical creation type of cards that Cancers get, right? Like usually the Empress shows up a lot. But the Magician, this is exciting. I feel excited in October for you. Like you're using your happiness and your joy, to work with the elements, to work with nature, you know, the elements of earth, air, fire, water, spirit, the guardians of north, south, east, west, and center, your ancestors. I mean, duh, it's October. So yes, I mean, for some of you, you're actually doing your rituals, your witchy intentions here. There was just an eclipse. You may have done a ritual for that. You have Day of the Dead coming. You may be getting ready for that. Samhain for you pagans. So there's a lot of magic coming through, and you're definitely utilizing the magic in the air to manifest something that's really tangible here. I love this. There's so much wisdom that the Cancer has. I think most Cancers come with that, unless you're like really young still. But even when you're young, there's still a maturity that you have. But I'm getting like so much wisdom under your belt. And you use your gifts, and you give you're of service, and you help others, and you counsel others and things like that. Maybe some of you are readers as well. I'm also hearing, look what I have. Look what I have, guys. Like, look what I got. Maybe you're getting gifts. You are acquiring something. You want to show others what it is. Look what I built. Look what I made. Oh, my God. Like, what else? What more can I say here? I think this whole reading is crooked, though. All of these cards. I can't see very well, so I'm sorry if it is coming out crooked. I mean, I can see. I have my glasses, but I can't see like the layout and how it's showing on screen. Okay. You have the High Priestess. You are definitely tapping into your gifts, your spiritual gifts. There's something about you and your higher self, and the conversation that you're having with your higher self, or the connection that you're building and solidifying with your higher self here. Oh my God, I can't. And like, there's so much magic. There's so much power. The Queen of Wands. Look at how this card is depicted. I hope I'm showing it well. Somebody here is like a high priestess or high priest. Ace of Wands. Let me try to see this row without the filter of all of the magic and see what else I get here. I think that this group has finally accepted that they are worthy. I think the self-love is coming through and the realization that I am good. I am good enough. I do love myself. There's a lot of the karma that the Cancer has in the life, the life lesson or the life journey, right? If you're born with major Cancer placements, is the feeling of worthiness. Are you worth good? Are you worth more? Can you have something amazing for yourself, right? Because the mothering, nurturing energy always puts others first, always puts children first or loved ones first, or right? Like it's always, the Cancer is always like their time is if for themselves is if they have the time, right? As long as everybody is taken care of, and that you do a great job of taking care of others. And yes, I mean, I'm not saying that you never put yourself first or anything like that, but there is this underlying reason, right? This unspoken or unidentified or subconscious type of feeling. And all of your traumas typically are rooted, and it always comes down to the same thing all the time is, are you good enough? Right? And I think that there's this level up, there's this ascension, there's this maturity happening right now in your life where you're realizing that, yes, you are. And the things that you are manifesting in your life, right? The goodness, the success, the love, the relationships, the health, you know, whatever it is that you've been working on, that you've been creating, the life that you've built thus far, you're looking at all of that, and that is your proof that you've been doing something good this whole time. That is your proof that you are capable and that you are good enough, you know, that you have what it takes, that you're smart enough, that your skills, like you've mastered these certain skills, and you can say that you're at the top levels with other, you know, people who are masters at something. I'm getting. It's no longer like selling yourself short, or it's no longer playing small. It's no longer allowing others of equal status, whatever that is, to take the accolades or to take the rewards over you because you feel that you didn't deserve them. Now it's like, no, I am just as good as them or even better. And this is my proof, the life that I've built, the things that I've done, the way I've mastered this, or, you know, like there's a resume. They're not literal, or could be literal, but it's like, look at everything I've done, right? Like I am good enough, if not better than most in whatever industry, whatever it is that we're speaking of. It's different for everybody. But in general, that's what I'm getting here with the Queen of Wands, the High Priestess, Ace of Wands. And this is like fueling this fire within you to do some things that you've been wanting to do for a really long time. And you just, you know, never got to it because of all of these reasons, right? Like whatever excuses you gave for not accomplishing this earlier, for not doing this earlier, again, was rooted under all of the layering, right? In this feeling of not feeling good enough to accomplish that, to reach for that, to want that. And then there's this thing of like people that hold themselves back, especially people who are capable and who are gifted and who have the skills and the intelligence to do the things. People that hold themselves back from that sometimes are scared of success. Okay. And there's something around that as well. Getting down to the root of that, that's also, I'm not worthy to be successful, right? I don't deserve that, right? So they don't try hard enough, or again, they allow others to take the spotlight. But I think that is changing. And there is so much fire and passion and enthusiasm, willingness to really like get something and accomplish something and go down this path into this next life, into this other portal. I think that whatever this is for most of you, once you're in it and you're doing it and you're living it, your life is going to look very different from the life that you had when you first started this. Because it does feel like you're taking a leap of faith and you're jumping into a portal. And when you go into a portal, you're going into another dimension, into another lifetime. So you're probably changing timelines here. Or it's a shift in timeline, something like that. And yeah, I mean, for the Queen of Wands to be in the middle of this 9-card spread, forget it. You are a force. All right, this month. Knight of Cups. 8 of Cups. Ace of Swords. Beautiful. I love this so much. Well, here is some romance and some little fantasy, a little flirting, feeling really sensual and admired and I don't know, playful. I'm feeling really playful. Like even the tone of my voice changed a little. Yeah, this is definitely a feeling of like, I think that in your love sector, okay, in your relationship connection area, whoever this is, there's going to be a time this month, more so toward the end, where you're going to feel like you're in a fairy tale. All right. I think that this person makes you feel loved, admired, beautiful, handsome. There's a lot of attention on you. I'm feeling there is putting you on a pedestal. I'm not going to lie here. But this person just like that. That's how they show their love. They're romanticize. They're romantic and they're romanticizing you and your relationship. For some of you, you will know how someone feels about you. You will know how they see you, how you are reflected to them in their eyes. That's another, like talking about the reflection here. You're dealing with another person. You have no idea how they see you. And maybe you think like, oh, they like me or, whatever. But there's more than that. Okay, this person has a bigger, more fanciful vision about you and who you are. I'm also feeling like somebody thinks of them as somebody here thinks of themselves as ordinary. And this person sees you as extraordinary. Okay, but the truth is going to come out about that. Okay, there's going to be conversation. You're going to be clear on how this person feels about you in the month of October. And again, there's so much love here. I would just take advantage of this moment in time. If you're not really struggling, if there's not a lot of low-level vibrations going on around you, and you feel like things are steady right now, you know, and you are in a loving situation, like go into the love, dive into the love, take advantage of it, you know, because we don't always get to, or we're not always lucky enough to have these moments, right? Sometimes there's money problems. Sometimes there's, you know, family problems. Sometimes there's just things that are coming down at us, and, you know, there's a lot to handle, and we are stressed and, you know, just full of like different types of energies or whatever. But if you're lucky enough this month to have everything pretty much under control and you can really chill and rest, take advantage of that time and work on your heart, work on your love, for yourself, for your person, for your family, like, you know, just in general, right? Because obviously this whole reading, that is the main word and point here. It's all coming down to love. So it's a beautiful time for you, Cancer, whichever Cancer I'm tapping into today. And it is acceptance, total acceptance, release, forgiveness, faith. Things are how they are supposed to be. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Work with it. Work with this energy. You are strong spiritually. You're a force. Like I said, use your power right now for good. Do something with it. All right. Well, that is it for this October reading. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, magical month of October. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I always love reading for you guys. If you want a personalized reading, a one-on-one reading for yourself, my email is in the description of this video. Just send me an email. I'll get back to you. We'll set something up. Otherwise, like the video, press the little thumbs up button if you got something out of today's message, and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right. Have a great month. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.